The Metro Manila Council has passed a resolution essentially banning e-trikes and e-bikes from using Metro Manila's main thoroughfares. This has met with approval from many motorists. E-trike owners and some advocates of personal mobility were naturally pissed. Motoring Forum discusses their respective reasons for their views. Over the last several months, social media was rife with posts of pictures and videos of e-trikes and other light electric vehicles running rampant on main thoroughfares, national roads, and even expressways, as well as secondary roads and side streets. Many of the posts showed e-trikes violating all sorts of traffic regulations, going against the flow of traffic, hogging inner lanes, ignoring traffic lights and signs, stopping wherever and whenever without regard to whether they obstruct traffic. All this happening in front of traffic authorities who ignore the obvious violations. It got so bad that people began calling e-trikes the new kings of the road. Finally, the Metro Manila Council and the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority acted on the many complaints and approved MMDA Regulation No. 24-022, Series of 2024, prohibiting e-bikes and e-trikes as well as tricycles, pedicabs, pushcarts, and kuligligs on national roads, circumferential and radial roads in Metro Manila. Under the new regulations, which is expected to be fully enforced beginning in April, drivers of e-trikes on prohibited thoroughfares would be fined, and if ever the driver was unlicensed, the vehicle would be impounded. During a press conference announcing the new regulations covering e-trikes and e-bikes, MMDA Acting Chairman Don Artes said the unregulated operations of e-vehicle units, e-tricycles, e-bikes, e-pedicabs, and e-scooters pose safety risks to the public. Such vehicles slow down traffic on already congested thoroughfares and pose a danger to the lives of concerned drivers, passengers, and pedestrians, he added. Also cited was a report issued by the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board that e-trikes were involved in 556 road collisions in 2023 that resulted in 2 deaths and injuries to 273 individuals. The Move as One coalition came out to question the legality of the MMDA's new regulations and prohibitions covering e-trikes and e-bikes and other light electric vehicles. The group also complained about the lack of consultation with e-trike and e-bike owners and users before the MMDA issued the prohibitions on their use on national roads in Metro Manila. In a statement, the group said that under Republic Act 11697, the Electric Vehicle Industry Development Act, light electric vehicles that are exclusively for private use are exempt from registration. However, the implementing rules and regulations of RA 11697 states, exempt from payment of the registration fees under the EVIDA and registration with DOTR and its attached agencies, LEVs which shall be for exclusive private use, not intended to be operated or used upon any public highway, or which are operated on highways not constructed or mandated by the government or are intended not to be used or operated at all. Complaining about being excluded from meetings on e-bike and e-trike regulation, the Move as One coalition called on the MMDA and all concerned government agencies to craft clear, legal, and carefully considered policies on e-vehicles with the participation of e-vehicle users. It added that policies should promote safety while ensuring equitable distribution of road space and be in line with environmental objectives. According to another group, Alt Mobility PH, the MMDA's move to prohibit use of e-bikes on major thoroughfares could result in problems for those who use active transport in their daily commute. Alt Mobility PH Director Ira Cruz said that the roads identified by the MMDA would force e-bike users to take other routes. E-bike and e-trike advocates say the MMDA's move goes against the concept of mobility for all and government's efforts to encourage people to use active transport against using private cars and other vehicles for their transport needs in Metro Manila. While the MMDA will be enforcing prohibitions on the use of light electric vehicles on major thoroughfares, Metro Manila local government units are expected to pass and enforce ordinances identifying which roads in respective jurisdictions could be accessed by e-trikes and e-bikes. It is a wonder that it took authorities so long to start even thinking about regulating use of e-bikes and e-trikes. Although it must be said that the LTO has issued circulars defining and categorizing e-vehicles and e-trikes and which need to be registered, where they can be used, and whether licenses are needed for their operation on national roads. That's our Morning Forum this week, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.